This is Kim Meyer, host of Choose to Rise. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Your Life Matters podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Mariah White, and I am a passionate pediatric nurse practitioner and fired up health and happiness coach, here to deliver a message to you. This podcast is meant to provide a hope and a dream that fuels your soul to dream big and to dream bold and to inspire and empower you to live out your wildest freaking dreams and to grab a hold onto the unwavering truth that you were made for more. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday, and this podcast is one that literally lights my soul on fire. It is the anniversary of the Your Life Matters podcast. So I did something so special. I took what you guys said were the top episodes of this podcast over the last 3 years that we have put in heart, hustle, tears, and grind together of tangible tips and tricks in order to help you understand that your life matters and that you are amazing, that you are wanted and needed and worthy and more than enough. We put all of that together for this special episode for you to get a mashup motivational mix from the Your Life Matters podcast. I'm so proud, so humbled over the last few years. You guys have been on a journey with me of a lifetime, and I'm so honored and proud that you've stood by me every step of the way. So I hope that you enjoy. I hope you know that I love you. And I want to say, not just to the podcast, but to all of my devoted listeners, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bianca and I thank you for supporting us, supporting our family. We love you. And above all, we want you to know that your life matters. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Guys, every single day, you and I wake up and face the same exact challenge. And it is the challenge to overcome mediocrity and to live out our fullest purpose. Like, seriously, it is human history's greatest challenge in all the world is to rise above our excuses and to do what's right and give our best and to create a life worth living. There's that song, everybody's jamming out to it. I'm living my best life. Like, you guys keep singing this song, and I'm like, there's so many other things that I know that you have potential in. There's so many things that I have potential in where I'm like, I'm living darn near close to my best life, but I know I have more. So that is a challenge, guys. And that's not me being mean to you. Enjoy the song. It's a good song. But I'm just saying, when you're singing that song, I want you to be able to sing that song and smile boldly and be like, dang, I am living my best life, and have the biggest grin on your face and being like, yes. Guys, the reason why I created this podcast is because I have an unwavering belief that you were made for more. I believe that because I believe that in myself, and I was not willing to take myself by myself and get to the top and get to that 5%. I want to take you with me because I want to turn that 5% into 10%, that 10% into 15%, that 15% into 100%, because I need to believe that you are willing to change your life and absolutely live out your wildest dreams. I believe that. You are worth that. I want that for you, but I can't be the one that gets it for you.
What are you right now dealing with that you are so afraid of, but really, truly, it's stuff that's not even real. It's stuff that are holding you back, that is affecting you from your past. What things are going on in your past where you felt abandoned or rejected or like you weren't good enough, or whatever the case is, that is now dictating your future, now dictating how you act right now in the midst of things. Are you allowing fear to destroy you? Are you allowing it to propel you and give you strength? Are you allowing fear to drive you forward and you to step into bravery and courage and act anyway? Or are you allowing it to crumble and then you not be and become who you are meant to be?
For me, knowing that I do day in and day out, take care of Bianca, not like all of it, primarily by myself, that is a huge change. And then going to work and seeing 30-ish patients every single day where their parents are relying on me and these patients are relying on me and these tiny humans need me, it was a lot. It was a lot, and I felt overwhelmed, and I literally sat for an entire weekend. And if those of you who kind of follow me on social media very well, you saw that I kind of just unplugged. I unplugged completely because, and this is what we're going to talk about today, I had to practice being present. I'm going to say that again. I have to practice being present. Why? Because in the midst of the hustle and the bustle and the grit and the grind, you lose yourself if you don't sit and practice being present. And what I mean is, I have to choose every single day to be present with myself and for myself. And how does that help me? It helps me find balance, because otherwise I want to run away. I want to realize that I have all these obligations and this responsibility, and now it's added on top of having a newborn, and I wanted to escape. I love my daughter, and I love her with all my heart. She's the light of my life. But it was either a mix of I wanted to be just with her and I didn't want to do anything else, or I needed to escape fully with her and be away from the entire world. Those were the two feelings that I was battling. And then I sat there and I said, okay, Mariah, take it down a notch. You understand that you're dealing with anxiety, postpartum depression. You've had a history of suicidal thoughts. Are you there? No, I'm not there. I'm far from that, because I've done so much personal development. But it's okay to evaluate that. That's not something that you need to fear. It's something that you need to be honest with yourself. And I sat there and I said, okay, I'm not at that place. I'm dealing with some depression. I'm feeling better when I'm at work because I know I'm not supposed to be a stay-at-home mom. I know that I love my patients, but let me figure out the balance aspect. So I had to practice being present. Practice being present with other people. When you go to dinner, put the phone down. When you choose the restaurant, try and find one without a TV. Be present in that moment. Get to spend time with that person that you love. And then truly just understand that when you're practicing being present, it is okay to feel unbalanced. It is okay to feel overwhelmed. It is okay to be anxious. It is okay to be depressed. All of those feelings are okay. Breathe it in and breathe out. Whether you are listening in the car, whether you are listening while you're doing laundry, or you're just listening and just being present right now in this moment, listening to this podcast, I just need you to take a deep breath. And I need you, as you're breathing in deeply, in through your nose and out through your mouth, I need you to realize that whatever it is that you are going through, whatever hard thing that you are fighting right now, whatever season you are in, whatever is making you feel defeated, down, hopeless, sad, worried, frustrated, angry, annoyed, whatever is making you feel like that, I want you to just breathe in and breathe out. And imagine that this breath right now is the most precious gift in the world. And that what you're blowing out is all of that frustration, anger, hurt, sadness, depression, anxiety. All of it is just getting blown out. Because guess what? Right now in this present moment, you were given a gift. It was breath. It was something that somebody else didn't receive today when they decided that it was their time. You woke up this morning with breath in your lungs. And that is not something that you should ever take lightly. Now, with me saying that, I don't diminish the hard. I don't diminish what you're going through. I don't diminish the sadness, the hopelessness, the anxiety, the worry, none of it. I don't diminish any of that. But I need to give you perspective before we start today. Because as you are going to hear me today, you're going to figure out how to push through your season. You're going to figure out how to push through your hard. But you need to remember that the greatest gift in the world is something that you subconsciously do every second, and that's breathing. You get to breathe in life every single moment, and not everybody gets to do that. So cherish that. Hold on to that. Realize how special and how amazing that is, and amazing that you are, and what I think you are to me in my life. You will overcome it. Things will work out, but they can't work out. You can't overcome it, and you can't get through it if you're not here. I am telling you to claim back your life. Dig deep into your passion, into your love, into what is keeping you from making a terrible decision. Because guess what? I know that feeling. I know that feeling of wanting to make a permanent decision to a temporary problem. The problem is so temporary no matter what it is, no matter the pain, no matter the hurt. If you are struggling with going through a difficult time where somebody has left you, abandoned you, rejected you, made you feel like you were worthless, I want you to know that you aren't those things and that you will get through it. Life changes constantly. Situations in the United States constantly change. And as I was doing research, I really wanted to dive into what the top multi-billion companies were saying, like Forbes and all of these places that were saying a side hustle is essential. I get to match what I would make and make so much more. So yes, while I'm working and I'm seeing patients and I'm in and out of rooms, my platforms are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And guess what? Not only am I making money as a nurse practitioner, but I'm making money on top of that. So my time is worth more when I own it. Next, the freedom and creativity that you are able to have by literally pouring out onto your passion and starting a side hustle, whether it's baking, whether it's writing, whether it's music, whether it's training, whether it's, motivational speaking, whatever it is, start somewhere. I'm now no longer living paycheck to paycheck. And let me say something profound. I need you to understand that I was living paycheck to paycheck as a freaking bedside nurse, working my butt off. So for all of you nurses out here that are listening, that can relate to what I'm saying, that just got chills and just got that fire inside your freaking gut in the pit of your stomach that said, I'm done living paycheck to paycheck, then I need you to go. I need you to listen after this podcast, and I need you to find your side hustle, and I need you to go after it, because I want you, because you deserve to no longer live paycheck to paycheck. And I had one of my really good girlfriends who also went through natural home birth, who told me before we went in, who said, hey, if you start getting on PIT, do not be a hero, get an epidural, because your body's doing things that are unnatural. But we sent the medicine man away. I definitely remember looking at Alex and Sarah and was like, why did you send the medicine man away? Like, bring him back. But it was one of those things that was so empowering and inspiring. So as things moved along, we got in the tub, we got out of the tub, we're doing different movements. I'm literally putting all of my body weight on Alex, putting all my body weight on Sarah. And a lot of this is being told to me, but there's a lot of it that I remember. And literally, when it came down to pushing, I will never forget the amazing experience of just being able to be surrounded. I had 2 nurses who stayed 2 hours past their shift. One of them is so sweet and so amazing and follows me on Instagram. Her name's Maddie, and I thank her all the time. And then I had another nurse who I will never forget because I was her first delivery. And it was so empowering because afterwards she said, "You have officially made me," I'm going to get teary-eyed, "you officially made me a labor and delivery nurse." And I remember looking at her at one point in the delivery and when I was pushing, and I sat there and I said, "I need you to help me because I don't understand. I want to get her out." And I said this to everybody, my best friends, everybody who asked. You can't take a woman who's never been constipated and tell them to push like they've been constipated. I want to share it with women who are empowered by speaking their truth, speaking their voice in a hospital setting, who choose to go to birthing centers because they're fearful that somebody will pass judgment on what their birthing plan is. I promise you, if you go in with the intention of, hey, we are a team, but this is my plan, it goes over. And you have that right, even in a hospital setting, but people scare you out of that because they tell you what trauma could happen in a hospital. Now, if you choose to do a birthing center, that's fine. If you choose to do the hospital, that's fine. Your choices are unlimited.
What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Your Life Matters podcast. I'm so grateful that you're here. I just ask that you share this episode with somebody. I ask you to just share it and give it to somebody who could potentially need to hear this message. I really am on a mission to help hundreds of thousands of people to believe that their mess is their message and that their story really does matter. And that above all, their life matters. I'm so grateful that you're here. I want you to share this episode. And then on top of that, if you could please leave a rating or a review or both. Let me know what speaks to you. Let me know what you need to hear. Let me know what you've connected with, because that's going to be the best way that I can make sure that I'm giving you guys exactly what you need. I love you guys with all my heart. I'm so grateful for you, and I want you to know the difference and the impact you guys make in my life. I love seeing your messages. I love seeing when you guys private message me or screenshot it and share it on Instagram or Facebook, because it lets me know that this podcast is doing exactly what it was meant to do. And it's to make sure that there's an impact being made and to help remind you and everyone else that your life matters.